So Jennifer, I am very excited about the publication of our paper on the lifelong competency of surgeons that's going to be coming out in Journal American College of Surgeons on behalf of the American College of Surgeons Board of Governors. What are your big takeaways from the paper, and where do you think it's going to go from here?
Yes, I agree. I'm equally excited about this work. As we know, a lot of surgeons nowadays are aging, and we are delaying retirement. And as of right now, there is a large population of aging surgeons that we don't really know how to accurately and qualitatively assess their competency as they're aging throughout their careers. So what we recommend in our paper is that we initiate a whole-of-career testing strategy that not only qualitatively as well as quantitatively assesses their competency and clinical skill set. These assessments should be holistic in nature and consist of standardized and validated tools. Importantly, assessments should be integrated into ongoing professional practice evaluations, or OPPEs, which can help guide targeted interventions as well as transition planning.
What do you think this is going to mean for the individual surgeons? Is there an upside to this? What is this going to do in terms of career planning, for example? That, to me, is one of the most exciting part of the paper.
Right. I think, for individual surgeons, this provides a way for us to really assess our individual skill sets personally. We have basically a benchmark for us to establish a baseline, to assess our really competency throughout our whole careers. And it gives us a chance to really plan for retirement in a slow process that is an intentional process where we're not surprised when we're at the end of our careers and we feel like we suddenly have to step away from clinical responsibilities.
Yeah, I think it's going to give us a runway forward so we can plan well in advance about what we want to do as we transition out of the operating room. So, for example, there are opportunities around peer review, around mentoring, coaching, first assisting, administrative support, even outreach to the community. And I think if we, as opposed to mandatory retirements, which we are not advocating for, but where industries that do, for example, have mandatory retirement, like the aviation industry, ATC, and commercial airline pilots, they begin thinking about what they're going to do next early in their career, and I think that's going to be an important opportunity. The other thing that I'm excited about is when there is some evidence of cognitive decline, and it can happen, this is actually an early warning for surgeons and physicians, so they can actually do things like training to minimize or retard or even reverse any evidence of cognitive training. The other thing I think is important is that this is as you said, a mosaic of opportunities to monitor physicians, and that can be tailored by individual institutions to make sure they're optimizing their workforce, making sure, of course, that we are all competent, but understanding that in many cases a surgeon's experience as they get older may counterbalance and overcome any limitations imposed by cognitive decline. And in fact, as we found in our paper, very often older surgeons actually outperform their younger colleagues, in some cases in part because of that experience. What are the recommendations in the paper in terms of how the American College of Surgeons potentially could help this process moving forward?
Yeah, some of the things that we talked about is integrating the sort of whole career testing strategy into OPPEs, which obviously is going to require a significant amount of work, not without challenges. It's going to require a lot of financial infrastructure, a lot of basically physical infrastructure that's available at private as well as public institutions. And it's going to require a lot of backing from leadership as well.